です。
現在
トップ。もう絶対80点台いってる。
さあ、現在トップいただきました。
むちゃくちゃいい。
角度がすごかったですね。
むちゃくちゃいい。むちゃくちゃいい。かっこよい。音もめちゃくちゃかっこいいしね。
なんか上が回ってる感じの。
これエンジン何これ？
これ
RB
ですか？
リズム&ブルース。
え？
Shit, they're wide. Wrap up for the season, guys. Firstly, huge shout out to all the sponsors that were just listed on my intro video, and a massive thank you to Jade for making that. It's obviously been a bit of a hit all year long. Everyone's loved it. That was my first qualifying run of the season at Fuji Speedway, and it was just epic. It worked out freaking awesome. Everyone keeps asking me what Majak Joy means, and I did know it. Fausto told me, but I've forgotten it already. But it's like, I'm not even going to pretend I know anymore because I've totally forgotten. But yeah, huge thank you to all the partners that come on board to help make this season possible. Could not have done it without them. Couldn't have done it without you guys jumping on and with the merch, with the names on the roof, and then obviously finishing the season in the S15. Although it wasn't, you right there, mate? Although it wasn't the ending we were hoping for, because I was planning on doing one more drift day in a couple days time to see the year out, but yeah, with all the machine shops closing up, you guys are actually sitting on the new head that I haven't got machined yet. So yeah, that's the way the season ends. But yeah, huge thanks to all the partners that come on board last minute for Adelaide 500. And yeah, it's been one hell of a season. So thank you guys, because yeah, without you guys watching, tuning in, none of these guys would be interested in supporting me, because you guys help create the story, and the story is what it's all about. So speaking of, let's do the end of season wrap up. Thanks to ChatGPT, I got all my results. It's crazy how good it is, eh? You just punch everything in and spits out your results for the season. Everything. Points, qualifying result, finish result, each round. It even gave me good notes and bad notes for each round, which I thought was quite interesting. So yeah, we'll do a quick little wrap up. I'll chuck some clips over the top, just so you guys, if you didn't get to watch the season, you'll see a couple of my runs throughout. So please bear with me. This is going to be a long one, but it's going to be well worth the journey, because even I'm excited to edit and put this one out, because yeah, it's been a massive year, huge risk. Sold everything to obviously make it happen, and then tried to get support on board to help, you know, make the dream happen, break even. And we didn't get there. So we've also got a huge amount of questions that come through. So I put them on my Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube. If anyone's got any questions of like anything, I'll spit them out. So at the end of this video, I'll go through as many questions as I can. And if I don't get through them all, please don't think I've skipped you. I'm just gonna do a live stream and just smash them all out then. I just didn't want to make this video go for like, you know, more than an hour, because I think it's going to probably get close to that anyway. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. It's been a big freaking year. First round was Fuji Speedway, and the lead up to Fuji Speedway was like just ridiculous. There was a fair bit of work to get done on the RBM3, and we finished 2024 with obviously the big news and the big partner that come on board, and everything was like way too good to be true. And obviously my Beamer didn't make it there for the final round last year, because that's where we're going to unveil this new partnership, because it had the big crash with the boat. Don't know if you guys know about that. So my car was stuck on a container, went to Malaysia, Singapore, had this awesome holiday, stuck in a container, and yeah, was very delayed getting to Japan, but got there in the end. That massive partner fell through. Yeah, it is what it is. It's happened more times than I'd like to admit throughout my career. Companies promise you the world, and yeah, crap happens. But anyway, so then it was back to trying to figure out how I can make this all work with whatever money I had myself. And and the partners that I didn't have at the time because the company that signed us up didn't want us to have any other companies. So that's why I was never on the hunt. So then that changed massively, and obviously I spoke to Safety Drive, who bought all my stuff. They bought my van, my trailer, my Sonny. They bought the whole lot, and that was a huge cash injection to get the season started. So that was a huge help, but didn't last long. And then yeah, every dollar of my savings after that was just getting pumped in, so throughout the season. But to get to round one, we needed to change a heap of things on the car to suit regulations. I upgraded the fuel system just because it was still a factory fuel tank and very outdated. And also moved the dry sump tank because it was in a real bad spot if I was to have a crash. Thank God I did. Fuel surge tank was also in a bad spot. And yeah, just revamped the whole rear and mid of the car. Kept obviously the same engine, but it blew a Welsh plug out, and then obviously had a crack in the block. So the crack in the block actually started at Matsuri the year before, but I didn't really notice. I thought it was a crack in the overflow bottle. And then once you find your way down, you find it. But yeah, so Fuji Speedway, we got there. We had next to, well, we didn't even sleep the night before actually. So Fuji Speedway is it's a decent drive, eh? Like, I think it's 8 hours or something, 6 to 8 hours. And we obviously had Fausto's car to get ready, mine, and Russell's, because we had the 3 cars going. And then we also had the China team that we're looking after this year. So all their stuff, cars had to go as well. And it was just insane. The night before, or the week leading up, there was like no sleep at all, a couple of hours each night. And then the night before we had the drive, yeah, we didn't sleep at all. We were still working on Russell's car, just finished wrapping mine, getting all the sponsor logos on and stuff. And it was just chaotic. There was no testing done, nothing. It was just straight into it. I did a track tune with Cheer, and that was basically it. I dusted half a set of tyres on the school course, just to make sure the tune was okay. That was as much testing as we got with like the new tyre and everything. Like, it was just, yeah, it was a little bit silly, but that's all we could do. So going to Fuji, I was exhausted. Car was like not proven or anything, and we just went for it. It ended up being my best round. So qualified 17th. I was way down the order because it was obviously my first round, and I felt like my run was better than what they scored me. Because I was surrounded by like all the lower tier drivers, and people spinning and not getting the line right or whatever, when I come out and did my run, they couldn't just I feel like they couldn't just bump it, really high. So that's just my opinion. I asked a couple of other people and they're like, no, it was fair. So, but I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's when I noticed the crack was, starting to get pretty bad. And Fuji Speedway is a big horsepower track, lots of throttle, although it's only like 3 corners, or 2 technically. It's a big horsepower track and lots of stress on the motor. And I was talking to Chia the whole weekend. I'm like, man, I need more power, because I was on these new Markma 285 19s and they were so grippy, and we just kept going up and up and up. We got close to 40 pound. And then started blowing the spark plugs out, and that's what happened when I was up against Fausto. I was like trying to turn the boost down while I was trying to catch him. And it was just, kept misfiring. It was just, chaotic. But we won our top 32, won our top 16 with Fausto. It was the first ever time making top 16 ceremony, epic. Then I got top 8 with oh God, who was it? Yamashita, so TMS car, and that's where everything just went. I jumped him on the line, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be close, I've got him. And then just, I was flat. And it was like I was standing still, and it was drifting. That was a huge wake-up call. And then I learned some info about their car. 1,000 horsepower minimum, it can go up, and 300 kilos lighter than mine, without obviously us in it. And then me being, 30, 40 kilos heavier than a Japanese average guy, there's more in that. So that was like, wow, I'm with the big dogs now. But finished 6th for the first round. So we're sitting 6th out of 50 drivers after the first round. As you'd be well aware, I was over the frickin' moon. Finished that run with Yamashita and come in, and the block's leaking a lot. The crew I had that weekend was awesome. Ethan, Hayden, Jackie, even had the Shockworks boys over. That was a really good, proper setup weekend, I feel. There's a little bit of, people jumping over everyone, but whatever. And it sort of worked good, but there was a lot of people saying, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this, whatever. And then I didn't realize it was actually the block leaking until, just before the next round, because stripped everything down and then, fixed the fitting that we thought it was coming from, the overflow, yada, yada, yada. And then, get to round 2 and turns out it's a block. So Fuji, best one. It was the best round by far. And then going into round 2 was Suzuka Twin. Now this one we knew was potentially going to be a wet round. I'd never driven the RBM3 in the wet with these tyres or this setup before, so no testing, just fix the car, get it ready. Same thing again, ran out of time, no freaking sleep, and on the way to Suzuka Twin, sure enough, all dry practice. But I was popping Welsh plugs out, I was having a hell of a time, my steering was binding, it's just, nothing was going well that weekend. And thankfully I had Russell there helping me like crazy. We fixed the steering, put the strut tops where they should have been, because we had to change them when we changed Shockworks. So the car would have felt so much better at Fuji if we found this earlier. Got that sorted. The Welsh plug coming out, Russell fixed that, and then it was just pissing water out, like a new crack started behind the starter motor. It was just, it's one of them weekends. But we got to qualifying, started pissing out with rain, and laid down a solid lap. Like, I think we got 5th in qualifying, so it was the best qualifying result I had all season. So it's just, it was just leveling up. We're 6th in the championship. Next round, qualify 5th. Things are looking awesome. Motor's just hanging on. We patched everything up, into the battles, won the top 32. Top 16 is where I went up against Rumour. And I still to this day think he parked it. Whatever, it is what it is. Judges, whatever they say is right. You can't argue. And I'm in a foreign country, so suck it up, princess. Bumped him once, and I felt like he knew as soon as I tapped him once, I'll wait for the second tap and then I'll piss off. And as soon as I tapped him the second time, I was out of the boost range, straightened up, and he took off. And then I tried to catch him, and I was that frustrated. On the next switch, I just did a violent flick and wiped his whole rear end off. Wiped my front end off, and that was me done. So we finished in 11th for that round, which wasn't too bad when you think about it. So we were sitting at, I think we were sitting like 8th, 7th or 8th in the championship after round 2. So, first year rookie season was looking pretty freaking good. Obviously we had a lot of problems with the Welsh plugs coming out that weekend and the block cracking heavily. So back to the workshop, old drift life, and time to fix it up. So the next round was Ebisu, home track. Was hoping for a lot of sleep and just to be able to feel refreshed and ready to go, But the engine was, was not happy. We found 2 new cracks, so I pulled the motor out, got Russell welded up, and then JB welded everything on top. New Welsh plugs in. I believe at this point I found my diff was no good, so I had to get a new diff. I don't know if it come in that round or not, but yeah, I had to buy one from Zoo Performance. A huge chunk of money. I think my gearbox was wrecked, or no, I wrecked it at this round. I misshifted because I made this new boot. And it was getting jammed in the selector of the G-force. So I wrecked 2 dog rings this round. And yeah, the turbo, that's right, the turbo was starting to seize, but I didn't notice, and I didn't know that I was losing so much power. I didn't pick up on this until the next round. So there I was, clutch kicking the crap out of this car just to try and get around the small circuit, and it was just struggling, and I just thought it was because, I don't know, it was heat soaking the engine because I was losing that much water out of the block. The head would have been dry and I was still running it. And this is where all the damage just started compounding and really, really screwed me for the year. So went into qualifying, zeroed out on the first run, and then all the pressure was on, and I was just like, just put a lap down, man, just put a freaking lap down. So I did, qualified 29th, just got in. And then yeah, the car, it was raining, but the car was just piercing out fluid. There was like a video of like literally a water fountain just squirting out the side while it's idling. It was so bad. And I just keep trying to patch it up with silicone and whatever. Like by this point, Fausto called me the siliconator. It was just ridiculous. So in the back of my head, I'm like, I need a new motor or block, I need something. And none of my partners or anyone had anything available. They couldn't get anything built within the next month. It was just, yeah, it wasn't looking good at all. So I was asking around a lot, and I didn't want to commit to a billet block, so I didn't have the money, but I was just going to credit card it and figure it out later. And then spoke to Chia, and he's just like, there's one available, do you want it? And I'm like, stuff it, man, just do it. I'll just send me the bill, I'll just credit card it, whatever. And then he rang me back an hour later. This was after the event actually. And he's just like, it just sold. And I was like, oh. I was kind of relieved, but also like, God damn it. Like, but in hindsight, it worked out probably for the best. Because then I spoke to PPM, who has the stroker kit in the RBM3, the 2.6 billet crank. And he's like, I can do a 3.5 and get it running if you use my engine builder. And I was like, all right, how much is it gonna cost me though? And it wasn't much less than a billet block, like a assembled billet block. Like yeah, overall it was a fair chunk. But after all the drama I had, it would have been break even on having a billet block. Yeah, that one sucks. That hurts actually. Because now that RB35 is for sale. Like now, in the future, yeah. But okay, we'll get to that. Ebisu round, qualified 29th, you know that. And then I won my top 32 battle. I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't. I didn't win my top 32 battle because I come up against Daigo. It's my first battle with Daigo. And yep, the turbo was, after the fact, I knew that it was the turbo. The turbo started seizing because I was back to first gear, clutching around that track. And yeah, Daigo schooled me. But they left us at the line making the decision for so freaking long. I never understood why, but anyway, they gave Daigo the win. And then I was like, yeah, I need a new motor or new block, and I need to get onto this ASAP. So then that's when this all happened. So yeah, PPM sent me the invoice, or Horsepower Junkies did, paid him straight away, and I'm like, let's get this motor now, like now, please. And then delays, and not their fault, they wanted to get it right. And I don't know if there was miscommunication between PPM and Horsepower Junkies, I don't know. But yeah, the motor came too late for Sugo. It was supposed to be there for Sugo, and it didn't make it in time. So the RB26 come out, re-welded, and thank you, Russell. Welded it back up, put it back in, sure enough, cracked straight away. So Sugo was all over again. Welsh plugs coming out, engine cracking, man, it was just a freaking nightmare. That track was so sick as well. So round 4, Sugo, same thing, no sleep, trying to get it done. Still in the meantime, trying to bring partners on board, trying to get money to flow in, trying to do whatever I can just to be able to keep the dream alive, you know. Pumping the merch, and thank you guys, anyone that bought merch through this time, because it was like, yeah, I was struggling a lot, mentally, physically, financially, and yeah, it wasn't looking good. So going to Sugo, and I just knew I had to just beat on this engine as much as I could. And I even said to Fausto, like, it's probably gonna let go, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it, you just gotta push on. So qualified 14th. We actually put down a good lap in qualifying, and it was wet too. It was very freaking wet. But the track was sick in the dry, the wet, didn't really matter. And we were chewing another turbo too. Actually, no, this is where I realized I was chewing a turbo, and it was so weird. I didn't really make sense, because it kind of come good and then went bad again. So is what it is. And then something else happened at Sugo. I know I went on the practice day, I got 1 lap, Welsh plug come out, so I spent the whole day fixing that myself. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, I do remember. Insert the clip. Oh, you wouldn't read about it. Freaking alternator just died. So, obviously, I lined up Daigo in top 32 again, and my electronic throttle cut out. So when the servo motor and the TPS, or like whatever, when the 2 signals, the physical and the electronic side, don't match within a certain percentage, the Motec freaks out and puts a safety cut on the throttle for 2 seconds. So you lose throttle. It's stupid but smart as well. Like during a battle, you should turn it off. No brainer. But if you're doing practice, whatever, you should have it on in case, you know, throttle goes wide open and the engine's just sitting on limiter. So yeah, it's a good thing to have, but also not a good thing to have when you're battling Daigo, because yeah, engine obviously cut off, crashed into me, and he won. And I come back in, apologise, he goes, oh, you misshift. I'm like, no, safety. And he goes, this happened because it happened at Ebisu as well, actually. Same freaking thing happened at Ebisu on the run-up, but it didn't affect the battle too much. And yeah, he was more mad than I was, because like mad for me, because every time I have so many safety cuts and it bombs me out. This isn't like just in Japan, it's happened in the past too, so. But I can't afford to just blow motors like he does. Anyway, that was Sugo. The engine was toast by then. And sure enough, we found out a lot more was toast after. So going into round 5, Okabuki, new motor arrived, and a lot of work needed to be done. Did everything myself, all the fab work, the wiring changes, the exhaust, intercooler. Yeah, we did a new turbo change, did new intercooler, I believe, which yeah, just changed heaps of stuff. And obviously then I had to get it retuned. So I did this huge mission. Thank you again, Fausto, for letting me use your truck. Drove all the way to Tokyo. So it's like 5 hours, all day tuning it in like 37-degree heat. And then 5 hours back, lost the aircon belt on the truck. Oh man, that was a nightmare of a day. But got back, everything went good. But before that all happened, I lost the head. So the head was running on the car pretty much all year with no water. And I would keep topping it up, run out of water, because the water comes down, leaks out the block, head's bone dry. Yeah, the head was warped, just ridiculously warped. So yeah, I found that out the hard way, because I put it on the new motor, idling, just pulled it down to redo the head studs, and noticed the cam cap was chewing itself out. The head was so bent, the cam tunnel was bent. It didn't happen until I released it, so whoa, yeah. Anyway, that head's now fixed. It's at power tune because I brought it back, and that's when I did the big mission. I flew all the way back to Australia with the busted head, dropped it off power tune, flew all the way here, ripped the head off this S15, took that all the way back to Japan, put it on the engine, and then I had some sort of issue again. I don't know what it was. Oh, the firing setup wasn't working, so I had to take the head off again, tried a new firing setup, didn't work again. and then cooked all the valves in this head. That's right, all the valves got freaking distorted and was just cooked. I'm assuming water getting into the chambers and deforming. I don't know what the frick happened there. But that was no good. And then that's when I met Koji, the machinist in Japan. So he fixed the head up, redid all the valves, seated them properly, put it back on the engine over there, and got to Okabuki. Yeah, we chewed another turbo. And the car just had no freaking power. I got this new RB35, should have heaps of torque, heaps of power, and I was struggling big time. And I couldn't figure out why, but after all, we didn't even qualify that round, so that was just like a massive, massive write-off, and just, oh, I was so freaking bummed. The amount of money and time and effort that went into getting to that round to just get freaking, annihilated like that was so hard. Anyway, that was the worst round, by far. It's the longest distance as well. Oh no, the next round was longer. But that was a long freaking journey to get there too. It was like 12 hours or something in the truck. Maybe longer, it was just ridiculous. But yeah, even ChatGPT says here, tough round. Thanks chat. Moving on to round 6. Okayama, the last round of the season. And I had the RB35, we got it sort of sorted, new turbo, tried to make sure everything was sweet, and I just wanted to have one final good round, you know, like just end the season with a strong result and just do my best. So I was pushing in practice, and yeah, everything was going smooth till it wasn't. I hit Fausto up, I'm like, I need to follow you, man. So I followed him, and it felt slow. So we come back in, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if you're slow or you're out of tire, but I feel like my car's so much faster. And he's like, all right, I'll follow you. So went and did my normal thing. And a couple of comments from guys watching were like, dude, how are you not hitting the wall? Like, it looks like you're about to go on the wall every freaking lap and you like just miss it. And I was just like, yeah, I know I'm close, but I got that much mechanical grip, it's just pulling out. So yeah, went and did my lead run against Fausto, and yeah, this is what happened. So firstly, I'm so glad I didn't take Fausto out, because in that scenario, me like hitting a wall, flicking out, if Fausto didn't have the crash avoidance awareness that he does, he would have went straight with me and would have taken both cars out. Would have been so much worse, so for both of us, obviously. So I'm very, very glad that didn't happen, but it scared the crap out of Fausto. He's like, I'm done practice for the day, that's it. It was near the end of the day too, and then I obviously had a lot of work to do. But I also wanted to know why it happened. Fausto he just goes, dude, I seen it coming a mile away. But I wasn't doing anything different. It felt a little bit later, but not enough to just completely annihilate me into the wall like that. But one thing that happened was a brake line busted. I think it was the handbrake one. I can't remember if it was foot brake or handbrake, but it was right in the center, just before the rear wheels. Had that happen on impact or before? Is that what made it slippery? Is that what made it wash wide a bit? Like, I noticed the engine died a bit. Instead of like really ramping up, it like felt like the intake temps might have been too hot and it was pulling timing out. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just put it all on me. I'm like, yeah, that was my fault. I stuffed up. But I was still thinking in my head, like, was it all me? Was it all me? Because it was a big hit, one of the biggest ones I've had. Bent the seat, everything, like it was full on. And thankfully, Fausto's crew and also Jonathan's crew from Taiwan came and helped and got the car back together. Even the D-Max crew come help. It was insane. And it wasn't pretty, but we got the car back and ready for qualifying just in time. And we qualified 24th. It wasn't a great run, but it got us in. And I was freaking pumped at this point. And then the battles. So this is where things got interesting again. Top 32. And I had Yamanaka, and I knew this was not going to be an easy battle. He comes second last year at this round, so I'm like, all right, we got to go all out. And it was an epic battle, one more time, then he crashed into me, I won, and then I was going up against his teammate. So top 16 ceremony, go out, car's sweet, everything's checked over, we're all good. Top 16, go out, and I didn't do a burnout. I've never done a burnout before, but I'm pretty sure Fausto asked me to do one. And maybe he didn't, but I come back in, he goes, oh dude, you didn't do a burnout. And I was like, nah, it's all good. And then, huge regret. So you do your ceremony, you come in, and then they call you out for your battle. And mine was first up. So I had like a little bit of time, not much. So I go out, and as soon as I pull out the pits, car starts misfiring. I'm like, you're joking me. We've done fuel, we've done everything. There's no alarms coming up, everything's sweet. And I was in and out like, you will see in the footage. I was cutting in and out and I'm like, you're kidding me. So I come to the start line, I don't know Japanese well enough. And I was just like, oh, 5 minutes. I need 5 minutes. So he radios through, they give me the okay. I race into the pits, pull up and I just scream for my laptop. Like, guys, give me my laptop. I'm like, it's misfiring, just check everything. So I'm on the laptop and I'm thinking, I've got 5 minutes, that's it. Didn't even look for a stopwatch, nothing. I think I seen the guy holding the 5 minute timer, but it wasn't going yet. So I'm just like, that's it, and I'm trying to get the log out. And the log usually takes, depending how much you're logging, well over 5 minutes. Maybe just under, depends how much you're logging, basically. And I'm like, I can't do that. So I was going online, I'm trying to find like anything, like what's cutting, what's bringing in the safety or whatever. Like I couldn't see anything wrong. The guys are like, oh, test it. So quickly put it up on the jack and handbrake, full boost, like full load, went straight to limiter, sweet, no misfire. I'm like, oh, it's fixed. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what's happened, but it's not doing it. Let's go. Drop it, go out in the pits. As soon as I pull out again, I'm like, oh. So I come straight back around to the start line and I said, nah, I'm out. Like I've used my 5 minutes, I'm done. And then the guy is like, 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go back in the pits and I thought he just got confused. And I'm rolling up to the pits like thinking it's game over. And the guys are just like, get in. So I pull in, stopwatch starts now. I'm like, you're kidding. We didn't use a 5 minute last time? I had no freaking idea. And then now, 5 minutes is counting. I'm like, God damn it. I still don't have enough time to get the log out. And we just checked everything. Guys disconnected stuff, reconnected. Like, I was almost gonna yell, just put new plugs in it. Like, whatever. And I'm like, put fuel in it. Maybe we didn't fill it up, but I was adamant we did. And then you're not allowed to do that in 5 minutes. So FD's like, no, cannot do fuel. It was crazy. And then chucked it up on jacks, cleared up again. I'm like, we're good. Pull out the pits, I'm screaming, I'm like so pumped. I'm like, let's freaking go. Pull out, misfired again. So I had to forfeit that battle. It was too risky because it was then, by the time I got around to do the burnout, it wouldn't do a burnout. It was just like cutting in and out and just, yeah. So turns out to be, and before this, I rang Chia. I'm like, mate, please send me a log with all safeties turned off. I'm going all out, it's the final round. All safeties off. He's like, done. Sends it through, I upload it. That was the other thing. I thought there was something in the tune that was wrong. So I removed that one and put the old tune back in and thought maybe that was the problem. I did that on maybe on the 5 minute, the last one. Yeah, I thought that was the problem and it wasn't. Because it turned out to be an EGT sensor. So Chia turned all the main safeties off, but he didn't turn the EGTs off. And one of the EGTs failed. The sensor it just went sky high. Just went 1500 degrees and that brings in a 3000 RPM limiter. But it was cutting in and out. Oh. Had we have just disconnected the one plug for all EGTs, would have been fine. And then if we would have won that battle, which I was pretty bloody confident we were going to, we would have went up against Hero. And that was like something I was dying for all year. Oh, so we finished that round in 16th. So finished the season in 14th, I believe it was, 13th or 14th place. Not too bad for a rookie year, but not good enough. And yeah, it was like the first round was the best round. We didn't really have any mechanical problems. And then after that, it's just mechanical. So that needs to change for 2026. And yes, I want to get back to FD Japan. I want to do another season. Do I have the money like I did the year before, this year? No. Am I going to find it? Yes. I'll make sure of it. At the end of the day, I want to make 2026 Formula Drift happen. A lot's got to happen outside of that to make it work. I understand that, and it's going to be freaking hard, but I'm pretty sure with your guys' support, the merchandise sales is a big one. So please, if you are in the position to support and you can get merch, please do hit this link below, or just go to driftsquid.com. It's all on there. I'm going to bring the OG tees back soon, and I've got some new S15 merch coming up soon as well. So hopefully by this time when the video goes out, I'll have it all on there, but you'll have to go on the site and have a look. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this year. There's no more events. Let's get into the questions, because there was a lot of them. But yeah, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone that's helped and made this year possible. Could not have done it without you guys. It's been one insane journey, and we need to make 26 better. Like mechanically, it's gonna be sweet. And I know everyone wants me to drop the 26, but I know it can work. I know it can work. There was so many advantages to having a 10,000 RPM engine in that field. I know I can make this work. And we've got a few upgrades that we're doing. We're building an entire new motor as well, because I don't have a motor at all now, because that new head that was on the Beamer, I ripped it off to bring it back to put on this, to do the Adelaide 500, and now that one's wrecked. It chewed the cam cap out again. So still don't know why it's done that. I've got to strip the motor down. The head's off, all the valves are bent. Exhaust valves are bent, because the cam seized and the belt slipped. So the belt's not too tight, guys. A lot of people have asked me, your belt's too tight, that's why you're chewing the cam cap out, but it's not too tight. It jumped the teeth. But yeah, so now I've got no engine in either car, but it'll change soon. Just got to make it work. Anyway, into the questions. So I'm just going to go through these, and if they've been answered already in the video, I'm just going to like brush over them. And I'm not going to say who it's from or whatever, because we're not being here for a while. But besides your unfortunate engine problems and dramas, what's the most difficult thing? Just the mental side. The mental side was ridiculous. Like, mental side's built off a lot of things, like financial stress, physical, like exhaustion. I had one episode where freaking ambulance had to get called. Anyway, sorry again, Fausto, Russell and Juliana. Yeah, so just the physical side, mental side, financial side, I said mental, but it all just puts so much pressure on your mental health and just makes you question everything. It's scary. But yeah, that's the most difficult thing. Like, I had so much freaking support, like from obviously, you know, everything from like you guys, sponsors, Fausto, Juliana. There was so much support there, but still the mental strain is just, I'm working on it. I've got a lot better, trust me. Is the shop getting aircon next year? Nope. You know how expensive that would be? Yeah, no chance. Crack a window, she'll be right. Have you ever dreamt about being on Fast and the Furious? I don't think I have ever dreamt, actually. I would love to be a stunt driver. That would be a freaking cool job. So yeah, if there's any movies out there that need, you know, some good driving, you know where to go, hit me up. More Snickers content. He's my sister's dog. He's on vacation here for a bit, getting out of the Melbourne crappy weather. Oh, another one. So yeah, how hard was it mentally to be basically alone and do everything all the time? Well, yeah, I was obviously alone most of the year, but there was still, every time I went to the shop, there'd be someone, like Fausto, Russell, Juliana, Buyu, like, but yeah, working on the car myself was a freaking grind. But I'm used to it. Like, I do everything on this, I do everything on the Beamer. It's just like being here, but in Japan, I guess. It was actually less alone than what I do here. Like I built this whole thing here, like the whole revamp of this was all on my own. What kept you going? It couldn't have been easy on your mental health. So yeah, obviously there's a lot of mental health questions here. Clearly you guys have seen all the videos and how much I was struggling. I hid a lot, obviously. I hid a lot of it, but it wasn't easy. But what do? You give up or you just keep going? You just gotta keep going. Like, you got the ability to. There's so many people out there that don't have the opportunity to even try this, you know? A lot of people do. They've got the money, or they could if they sold everything like I did, but they still choose not to because they want to be comfortable, you know? But like I was telling like a couple of my really good mates the other night, someone can throw money at something and make it comfortable. But people, as soon as they get comfy, it just kills all growth. Like we were talking about a certain operation, and we're talking about how it can get funding, and it could easily get a lot of funding. There's a lot of people that would support it and just pump money into it, but then everyone would get comfy in the business or the organization, and it wouldn't grow. It wouldn't grow well. Whereas if everyone's like striving and trying to get better with the minimum amount that they can, and it's more physical and like emotional energy getting put into it instead of just financial, it builds something up a lot better and a lot more genuine than if you were just to, you know, throw money at it. Because then, yeah, people just get comfy and then greedy and it just dies. Yeah, there's a good lesson for you. There's another thing, like I don't want lots of money. I never have wanted lots of money. It actually terrifies me to have a shitload of money. I just want to be able to make this sustainable. That's it. Just sustainable. Just know that I can get to that next round without like potentially having to rob a bank. Figure of speech, right? Okay, what was the main drive for you when shit started getting real messy? The main drive was just me wanting to do the whole year. Like, I never had it in my mind to skip around or miss around or whatever. Like, I committed to the whole year. Any partner that come on board, small, big, whatever, I told them I was doing the whole year. Man of my word, if I'm gonna do the whole year, I need to do the whole freaking year, no matter how hard it's gonna be. So I just had it in my mind, I gotta do it. And then it shows that you are not just someone who's gonna rock up when it suits you. Like you're gonna do whatever you freaking can to get there. And I think going into this year, or sorry, next year now, 2026, companies are gonna be able to see quickly that I'm not here to just participate. I wanna be there and I wanna do the best I freaking can. I think it was a good year overall. People knew that I was dedicated and freaking hardworking. Deep down, do you wish it was an S chassis with an SR20? No. But then again, I've never driven one, like a good one. So who knows? When are you going V8? Okay, now, a lot of people know who asked me this, and we're gonna leave it at that. There's no further comment needed. If you never got into drifting or cars at all, what do you think you'd be doing right now? This is a very, very good question. Prior addiction to drifting in cars was fighter jets. I was obsessed with like wanting to frickin' fly planes. Terrified of heights, mind you. But yeah, I was like, I want to fly these frickin' fighter jets. That was like my next, oh sorry, that was my first, like, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to the Air Force. I'm gonna fly them frickin' things. I got told at a young age you need 20/10 vision, and I knew I didn't have that. So I kind of like pushed that aside pretty quick. I think that was a lie. It probably is, I don't know. I know you gotta be smart and very few get through, but I don't know. I feel like the drive and passion I have towards things, I probably could have made it, but no, I would have. Yeah, definitely would have made it. But no, it would have been a sport, basketball or cricket, or like, I would have pushed hard on one of them. Very good question though. I like that one. Excited to see the memories of FDJ. You're a good egg. Be honest about the troubles and wins. I have been, don't you worry. I've told you guys a lot this video, it's been good. Bro, where can I get some of your old merch with a squid on it? It's coming back. It'll be on the site hopefully by the time this video drops. So driftsquid.com. How do you keep positive through the setbacks? Is it the potential outcome that keeps the drive up? So for me, my biggest inspiration is my grandpa, my pop. And he was like the hardest working dude I knew, hands down. Hardest freaking working dude ever. And I don't know, what I seen him do, and he got to where he needed to get to, I don't know. I just see that every time I get into a spot where I'm like, I just want to give up. What would Pop do? God, he was such a good egg. But yeah, I don't know. You just got to keep going. Like, there's no point stopping. Like, unless you like literally, physically, financially can't anymore, you just got to keep trying. Like, I don't know. I just keep trying. Like, you wait till start of next year, you'll be like, what is wrong with this dude? It's gonna be good. Any plans for the S15 next year? So, I'm getting it running again. Ideally, I want this one running, ready to go in Australia, and then obviously the RBM3 ready to go in Japan. So, my plan is to get this head fixed up. Hopefully the bottom end's okay. It's got a few nicks in the pistons from the valves touching, but it was just from turning over. So, that was that problem. But yeah, I'll get this motor good, figure out why it chewed the head. The gearbox is from the Beamer that's in this, but I'm hopefully gonna be able to get another gearbox. We'll see. Otherwise, this gearbox is gonna come out and go back to Japan. But if I keep paying for shipping, I'm gonna end up buying a freaking gearbox anyway. So it's about trying to make good financial decisions at the moment. Not a question, but your dedication and pushing yourself is inspiring. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that so much. I do hope that what I do helps someone, or a lot of people, actually. If you guys are struggling to get motivated or whatever, just watch one of my videos of struggling and you'll be like, oh, going out in the shed and changing a diff ain't that hard after all. Look what this Pelican did in Japan. Well, you know what I mean. And give it a crack yourself. Like, if it's a big job, there's so much info online now. Like, you can piece it all together and get your car back on, or whatever it is you're doing. If it's your first time making a video or editing, or man, the amount of people that message me saying, who's your video editor? Like, how do you afford to pay someone? I don't, I do it all myself. You just gotta learn and do it yourself. Like, it takes time, and yeah, there's no money in it. You don't make money out of YouTube. Well, at least I don't anyway, but hopefully that changes in 26. Put away bias, what would be your perfect chassis engine combo to compete in FD? Okay, this one's a very easy question. So if there was no bias, no budget, like, okay, no budget's a bit ridiculous, but no bias and the most logical, smart thing to do if you wanted a chassis with an engine combo that's gonna like make you win or give you the best opportunity to win, a Carl Thompson built S15. I said it. One of them things is literally designed to be the perfect drift car, but it's not something I could potentially ever afford, I don't think. They're quite expensive. They're full carbon, everything, big frickin' V8. I don't even know if it's based off an LS or what. I don't know what V8 it is actually. 1,000 horse, Hollinger, or like whatever sequential, Winters, killer suspension, sway bars are all set up right. Like, the car's just designed to be an absolute frickin' juggernaut when it comes to drifting. So, oh, I just realized I'm shaking you guys, sorry about that. That's not a plug to Carl either, it's just, he knows what he's doing. He builds a good frickin' car. If I was to drive one of his cars, I just feel like maybe the only thing I could pick on would be his clutch and flywheel setup. I wouldn't want it to be as raspy as it is. I'd want it to sort of hang on a little bit. But then again, it could be the perfect way to drive that car. I don't know. I've never driven a V8 like that. That's what I'd do. I'd hit up Carl and get one of his cars. He does sell them too, I think. Okay, next one. Besides competition, what's the best thing about being over there in Japan? Culture, the food, the good eggs around me. Like Fausto, freaking love the dude. Yeah, everyone involved with him is just good people, so I love it. Like Juliana, Buyu, his brother Steve, annoying as hell, but good egg. And yeah, just, I don't know, I love Japan. It's so good. Getting around's good. It's safe, it's cheap. Besides the drifting is so expensive. We'll get to that as well at the end of this. But yeah, it's just a good place, I love it. Not a question as such, just wanted to say you absolutely smashed it at the Adelaide 500. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And thank you again, Caleb Scott, for lending me my old Sony. Get a friend or a fan to upload re-edited videos of yours every day, it will grow way faster. Okay, so a lot of people have told me to do this. Start a new channel, upload all my old videos like every day. So maybe start at like 200 because I number all my videos and just pump them out every day and see if the new channel grows. I don't think it will because it will notice that those videos are already on YouTube. Maybe if I change them a bit, but I don't have time to do that. It's insane. It's an insane amount of work. Hey, unless you want to do it, Barry, hit me up, bro. I don't know, I'll give you a channel and you can go crazy. I don't know, we'll go halves in the profit. Any intent to rebuild the RBM3 chassis, putting in lessons learnt and newer ideas, practices? Yes, but it has to be within my budget, which is not much. I'm gonna try and lose a lot of weight myself and the car before the start of next season. The old gym's already started. Yeah, new motor's gonna be more power, a little bit more RPM maybe, but yeah, everything's leveling up for 26 in a big way. Did you quit your day job to do it? How do you afford the normal things, food and accommodation? So at the start of this video, I explained the whole financial side. So if there's any more questions, I'll just pass over them. But yeah, I sold everything. Sold everything I had, and I gave myself a budget to get through the season, and it got chewed up pretty fast. That was how I did it. And yeah, I got a few small sponsors coming on board throughout the season, but yeah, I still chewed all my money. A bigger turbo in 2026. If you could go back and do one thing differently, what would it be? I would have changed what bottom end I bought, because I didn't have time to get something. I panicked and just got the first thing that popped up. I would have went 26 block of some sort, because I didn't realize I had that little bit more time. Because yeah, I thought I was gonna get there in time for Sugo, but it didn't. So that's one thing I would change. If that's what you're talking about, like just that year, I would have changed what I did with the bottom end. Keep it up, man. 2026 will be Squid's year. Hell yes, let's go. Did you ever get to a point where you wanted to bin the RB? Unfortunately, guys, no. For some reason, I'm extremely passionate about this engine. There's not been a good enough reason in my head to get rid of it. Like, everything that's happened has been dumb, silly things. The one thing that just unfortunately happened was the block cracked, but it was an old 05U block. Kind of had to expect it, and then all the repercussions of running the engine with no water just amplified everything. The engine's it's a good engine. The RPM is a freaking good thing for drifting, trust me. When I get it working perfect, you'll see. I imagine pro drivers having big teams to support them. How do you do it? Yeah, so this was a big wake-up call. Walking down the pits each round, noticing there's like 5, 10, 20 people in some garages. Like, I know one dude in FDJ2 who spent $1 million Aussie in FDJ2 to compete for the whole year. Yes, he had like a brand new car, and yes, he had every single spare part ready to rebuild that car if it crashed or whatever. And yes, he had 20 crew. He had film crew, he had welders, fabricators, panel beaters, like he had everything. But that's just how he wanted to run it. He's got the money, he can do it. I don't know, I didn't have the money to do it, so I just did what I could. And I still spent more money than some other teams. Like, a lot of teams over there have mates and stuff that come over, do it for free, or just live in Japan and want to help them for free. But yeah, I don't have that sort of luxury like I did in Australia, you know, where mates that just want to help out. So yeah, you got to do what you got to do. There's not much else you can do. Realistically, what did each round average in terms of cost? Okay, so I did like an end of year wrap up, and it was like quickly got to 130K easy. So you can divide that by 6 and figure out that it was, yeah, a bit over 20 grand per round. It's insane, absolutely insane. Are you going to be in the Fausto Drift School as an instructor next year? Just on that, the Fausto Drift School is the only school you guys should be booking, the only one. There's another one that I cannot stress enough, please avoid it at all costs. It terrifies me that they're still running. Leaving it at that, okay? Fausto Drift School is the only one to hit up. VR38 M3 for 2026, God no. They don't rev, they sound like trumpet. Yes, they won the championship, I get that. They make a lot of power, it might be reliable, but they change engine midway through the year, every year. For whatever reason, I'm not sure. I will never go VR38. I treat them like the V8 category. Just stay over there. Next question, come to visit Brazil. I was meant to go to Brazil. I was meant to, but then obviously Adelaide 500 happened, and then, yeah, did all this, so. Maybe next year, I'll go back there. What's been the single hardest thing this year? Keeping my mental side in check. Yeah. Definitely the hardest, like even more so than the financial side, and that was still not easy at all. There's so many more. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up there, guys, because holy crap. Okay, there's a lot of questions here. I'm gonna have to do them on another live I'll do them on a live stream, because I didn't realize there was that many questions, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's just wrap up. I just wanted to thank everyone as well for the insane year. I hope everyone has a good Chrissy. That's probably gonna be tomorrow. We'll see. Depends how quick I can edit this video. Or it's probably today. Maybe it's a Christmas video. I don't know. Yeah, thank you to the partners. We're gonna roll them at the end of this video, all the legends that helped me. And I know one of them's pulled out for next year, Liberty Walk, but whatever. They're choosing to go elsewhere. But yeah, hopefully the rest can stay on board and we can make 2026 a freaking good year. And we got so much happening at the start of the year, guys. It's gonna be very, very busy before I fly back to Japan to get cracking. So if you want to support me, please like, comment, just tell me what you thought of this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, please do it. The sooner we get over this 40K hurdle, the better. And if you want to support, you can donate on driftsquid.com, get some merch. There's heaps of ways. And if you do want to come on board as a business and enjoy the benefits of partnering with an insane story, please hit me up and let's make some magic. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll be back next year. Have a good Chrissy, New Year's. Freaking love yous. See yous.
現在
現在トップ、もう絶対80点台いってる。
さあ現在トップいただきました。
むちゃくちゃいい。
角度がすごかったですね。
むちゃくちゃいい。むちゃくちゃいい。お、かっこよい。音もめちゃくちゃかっこいいしね。
なんか上が回ってる感
これ
じの。
エンジン何これ？
これ
RB。
RB ですか？
リズム&ブルース。
え？